Welcome to Sky Cannoneer from Element Games, and I have Element Games and the Indie Bros to thank for the key we're using to play today. This is a brand new game. It is coming out shortly, although depending on when you're watching this video, it may or may not already be out. Check the description for links to the game and all sorts of other useful stuff. If you have not heard of this one, and maybe more specifically, if you've never heard of Rampart, you might not know what you're in for. So, man, this is, on the one hand, an incredibly easy game for me to talk about, and on the other, slightly challenging because I have a suspicion that most of you are not going to know what in the world I'm talking about when I talk about Rampart. Rampart is an old school game from the 90s. Oh, you know, back in the days, yes, most faces have a time limit, well aware of that, thank you very much, of, you know, big clunky shoes and, I don't know, boxy sweaters and pants that don't fit right, and I don't know. Basically, it's a lot like today. If I had to really just kind of be honest about it, it's a lot like today. Anyway, this is a brand new game that is kind of a spiritual successor to Rampart, and that is instantly what caught my attention. I saw spiritual successor to Rampart, and I thought, yes, please. I want to play that, and very gratefully, I'm able to do that. So, as you can see, we basically have a base, a fort, as it is known in the game's parlance, where we are, yes, I know, we need to get rid of walls and stuff, and technically we need to blow that up. Okay, so let's start talking about how the game works. You'll see on the cursor you have some little circles that are kind of filling in as I go about and do things. Those are the cannons. When they're reloading, they will be ready to go and nice and all lit up. When they're in use, they will, not be. Yes, I know, walls must have a continuous shape. The idea of this game is you have forts and you have cannons. The more, we'll just say, territory that you have within your forts, the more cannons you can place. And generally, as you expand your land, you will be rewarded with additional cannons. And if you don't expand, well, good luck. You'll be able to probably place a cannon or two as you go along, but you're probably going to suffer a little bit as well. So part of the name of the game with this game is you got to destroy the fort so you can get access to basically blow this up. Now, in the old school game of Rampart, I don't remember if that's exactly how it worked, because honestly it's been like 20 some odd years since I've played Rampart. I don't remember it 100%, but pretty sure I remember you had to blow up a keep somewhere. Rampart, by the way, was not a floating thing in space. It was castles and cannons, which, that fits my aesthetic incredibly well. I love me some good old castles and cannons, and although I'd rather have a catapult and a trebuchet and all that sort of jazz. But minor details aside, this game doesn't have that. It has cannons, and I rather enjoy these cannons, and we're going to use them to basically blow these guys up. That is the plan. I'm going to try and make a mess over here so that this guy doesn't have anything to basically defend with. So there are a variety of win scenarios too. If we go over here and we click on this guy, you'll see win the mission, get 1 crystal. Don't let any of your projectiles hit the ground, get another crystal. Only damage the enemy's power generator while it's vulnerable, 2 more crystals. So basically, the more you do stuff and the more you follow those, wow. Yeah, we're pretty much good. We can't really do anything over here. I mean, I can kind of expand a little bit, but it's really, there's not much point to this because there's only so much room to build. Oh, dang it. He locked that one down. As long as he doesn't get that one, this will be a nice, quick game over. Thanks for playing, but it looks like he locked that one down. That's a shame. That's what you get, computer. Fine, make my life difficult. That's fine, whatever. Oh, no, he didn't lock that one down. Good. The generator shielding is down. Fire! Oh, alright. Well, that fort... Oh, the fort isn't powered. That's right, yes. He does have some territory, but the fort is not powered, which means that now you can basically destroy the generator. It's going to take 3 times the amount of damage. And just like that, we have won the game. That kind of gives you an idea of how this works. Now, we're going to just kind of move along here. And I'm not going to worry too much about the storyline right now. The The gist of it is that basically this world has been destroyed. It's a world asunder, and the Skylord took in your peeps, and kind of there you go. These people are not cool with you, and they want to destroy you, and I don't know. I mean, it's kind of your basic thing. This is where this game departs from Rampart, and as I said earlier, this is kind of a spiritual successor to Rampart. Rampart didn't do this, so we have a variety of currency here. We have coins, we have metals, and we have crystals. And as you can see, coins you win missions, metals you win missions and reclaim salvage, crystals you achieve mission goals. When you have these various materials, you can buy extra things like extra forts. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know why that takes 3 seconds. It's done. There was no reason for that to take extra time, but it did. So, we now have a second fort that we can use on the map, and we'll just go ahead and jump into the next round, and then we're going to skip ahead a little bit to a little further into the game so you can see how things change a little bit. Because, as you could see, there's a little bit of a crafting, research, etc. sort of system going on, but there's a lot more than just adding another fort. So obviously we are on a new map here. This is going to be the same win condition, essentially. I mean, the specifics here will be a little different. Finish at least one build walls phase without letting any pieces get pruned. Oh, that's interesting. During a single round, fire all of your cannons 3 times. Well, that sounds kind of challenging. Maybe we can do that. I think we'll be able to here, yep. 1, 2 und 3. There we go. We fired 3 cannons. Look at that. Theoretically, might be able to place it so the walls don't get pruned. That will end up getting pruned. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. So we have that fort powered. We're going to go ahead and try to swing this around so we can power another fort. We don't specifically need another fort right now. It's just we're trying to expand territory so that we can place more cannons and all that jazz. And of course, by having additional forts, that will assure that even if this fort gets destroyed, we still have this one powered so that our generator doesn't take a ton of damage. That's kind of the idea going on here. And as we go further into the game, you'll see that there are a variety of different reasons that you might want to have different forts and that they don't necessarily function the same way. I don't know, it's... on the one hand, this is an incredibly difficult game for me to be objective about because it just scratches an itch for me of an old school game that I just loved as a kid. Well, kid of varying... I guess it depends on what your definition of kid is in terms of age and all that jazz, but I don't know, I love me some Rampart, and so in some instances, or in some respects, I can't be entirely objective about this game. There's a lot of subjectivity here because this really scratches an itch for that old game, and I was such a huge fan of Rampart, rolling around with the trackball and slamming the button and trying to get all your... Oh man, I was not quick enough on that. He's gonna be able to repair stuff. That's kind of a shame. Whatever, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that one so that it's not pruned. I was trying to see if I could do that. That might actually work. Look at that. I realize I'm not... Oh, no. There you go. Haha! Now you won't be pruned. Haha. Take that extra crystal. Thank you very much. I realize that was a terrible decision from a standpoint of developing... Oh, wow. He ended up... Oh, that didn't work out well. I should have just finished this off when I had the chance. My bad. Anyway, we'll get there. It's not a huge deal. I'm not terribly concerned about this. There's all sorts of just bombs going everywhere. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we don't even have anything to rebuild. That's the kind of hilarious part here. Whatever. It's fine. I'll just see if I can cover some more ground at this point. That way we can theoretically get some more cannons and stuff. I would like that. Perfect. More territory. One thing I would like to see, and I don't know that you can, is a way to get rid of walls. As in, get rid of your own walls. I mean, what if you don't like where you placed something? There we go. This guy is toast. Goodbye. Nice knowing you, little crystal. You are totally just gone. Look at that. All sorts of upgrades unlocked. Man, I am doing much better than I did the first time because I'm paying actual attention to the win conditions. Yes, you are researching the lab so that we can get more upgrades and basically continue on through the storyline, which, again, I'm kind of ignoring because I just love the gameplay, which, I don't know, it's it's hard for me to be really objective about this. I'll tell you about the story, though. There's a fair amount of snark going on, which, that's fairly common these days with games. We're going to go ahead and just research all of them because there's no reason not to at this point. Yep, go ahead and research that one again. I don't know why it takes 3 seconds. Just click it and be done. Save me 3 seconds, all right? I realize it's not the end of the world. It's really not that big a deal, but whatever. We're going to do a reloader and a bombard, sure. A bombard. Okay, so you can kind of see right here that we do have some additional stuff unlocked. This is where I'm going to depart, and we're going to rejoin on the other side of this cut with a different game. This is another save I have going on in the game, which is a fair amount further along. This one's about a quarter of the way through. And you can see there are dragons on the map. I love me a dragon. Have I told you that it's hard for me to be objective about this game? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and enter the mission over here, but before we do that, I want to show you that we have some additional stuff up here. So we don't have a ton of upgrades going on, unfortunately. I mean, a few of them, yes. I cannot quite do that upgrade. We need more crystals. And then over here we have some various upgrades on forts. You can see we have a booster, which that's kind of an interesting thing because that basically makes the walls stronger. I have a couple different types of forts here. Got the reloader, got the bombard, got the sentinel fort. One thing I'm kind of curious about, and I'm just going to try it right now. I want to see what happens. I haven't tested this yet. If they're all the exact same, are they additive? I don't know. Over here we have a technology tree, which as you can see we are at different levels. So we're level 6. Got some superpowers through a giant boulder that deals damage in a line. That sounds incredibly helpful. Spawn a fiery tornado that deals random damage and leaves behind flames. Flames are important because when you have a flame on the board and you put a wall on it, that wall, at least where the flame is, gets destroyed. Superpower deflector, protect your haven from enemy fire for a short time. That sounds interesting. I like me the cluster bombs. This is a good one. Cannonballs have a 25% chance to split into additional projectiles mid-flight or stun enemy cannons. Ah, there you go. Cannonball impacts have a 15% chance of leaving behind burning ground, which again, that would be the flames. I assume that this will leave the same type of flames. I'm not sure. We're just going to leave it as that. And then over here, we have a crystal dragon. That was an interesting fight, and yeah, I'm just going to say that was an interesting fight. So the Faithless are at a Vitrion production facility. Why is the facility way out here? It's highly radioactive, so synthesized away from populated havens. Once surrounded by the neutron reflector and control drum, Vitrion is safe enough to transport, and now you got her started, and yes, she's quite smart, and we'll talk about smart stuff all day long. Safe enough to power the engines keeping the havens, these being the havens. Personally not a fan of plummeting from the sky. Let's see what the Faithless are up to. So we're going to start the Chains of Fate mission. Before we get going on it too far, hello, Lieutenant Nazir. Come to see the damage your Skylord inflicts beyond the Citadel. Damage. Without him, we would have all died in the plague on Emoria. It does make one wonder, are you fighting for the correct side? Well, that is always a matter of history to determine, isn't it? Still clinging to that narrative, meanwhile, citizens of the Edgelands suffer. But once we destroy all Vitrion production, Skylord's reign will end. The havens will crash without Vitrion, millions will die, but the suffering will end. We would rather die than with truth than live with lies. Cannoneers, we have to stop these maniacs. Let's see what we have for our win conditions win the mission. Do not place any cannons directly adjacent to forts or to other cannons. Upgrade 8 cannons using a single explosive booster. That's not going to be possible. So I guess we could try to do this and place them over here. That's just not going to work out very well, I have a suspicion. Walls, you're over here. Let's fire away. I like the idea of having build summon energy. Okay, well that's going to be the Crystal Dragon. Great. Let's get more summon energy then. That sounds fantastic. I like me the sound of that. More summon energy, please. Gonna have to be quick here and rebuild this crap in a hurry. Okay. Rebuild you, rebuild you, rebuild you. All right, keep going. Keep going. I was hoping we'd be able to get a second fort in place. Perfect. Second fort done. I'd love to get that booster in place. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. We should be able to place some more cannons. Look at that. All right, I'm going to try to place them not adjacent to anything. I don't think that's going to work. Holy moly. You are all set up over here. Okay, so that one is not as dangerous as this one. This one has more cannons. So this is the more important one to get rid of for the time being. Come on, come on, come on. I need some reload action over here. I need some reload action. All right. I see some salvage right there. Here, let's just do that and then do that guy. There we go. Perfect. Got that back. We are not quite at the point yet where we can summon that dragon. Getting close, though. Getting close. Got 7 seconds. I can do this. I can do it. Boom. There we go. Got the booster and got the fort. I am a happy camper. All right. We can put a cannon right there. We can put a cannon right there. We can put... I don't know if I was supposed to put it next to a booster. It might not have been. My bad. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Pop, 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 pop. All right, that's pretty much done. Want to make sure that this guy doesn't get any repairs on it. And then this will be toasted. All right, we have destroyed the crap out of this. That dropped down to 34 frames per second for a moment. I have a sneaking suspicion that this game is using the Unity engine, and I am a noted Unity skeptic. I respect absolutely what they do with the engine. I am unconvinced that the performance of it is terribly good, and that might be a matter of the devs who use it more so than the folks at Unity themselves. I'm not entirely clear about that. Oh, this is really obnoxious trying to do this, but you don't have any cannons, so I'm pretty sure that we're going to win, assuming everything reloads. I don't know that they're firing 90% faster. I have no idea. I haven't bothered to stop and time this. I wish I would have. Clickety, 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 boom! Look at that. That is a victory right there, and that was... Does it say which ones we earned? Need to cut them off. We only got that one. Do you have to place objectively 2 forts or other cannons? Oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that, was I? That one is the one right there that broke it. Crap. Maybe that one, too. My bad. Whatever. 1 crystal. Good enough. I'll take it. So that right there is Sky Cannoneers. Again, this is just a little bit of a preview. This game will be out later. Check the description for links to the game. You can find it on Steam. I believe it'll also be on Good Old Games if you prefer to use the non-DRM platform, which I completely understand and fully support. But I got to tell you, I enjoy this game. No joke. I just straight up enjoy this game. I don't know that it's the best thing in the world. I don't know that it's the best game for you. It's going to kind of come down to what kind of games do you like? Do you like strategy games? Do you like games that you can just kind of sit down and play for a good 15 minutes at a time? Or, you know, maybe an hour at a time too, whatever. It just kind of depends on how you want to do it. I wonder if you can go back and redo this one. Yeah, you sure can. I haven't tried that yet. That's interesting. Can I guess I can exit back to the hub. We've already done that one. I don't actually want to do it again. I was just checking to make sure that I could go back to it. And we can go back to the sky map and probably do other things. But I don't know. I enjoy this game. It's really difficult for me to be objective about it. And I fully recognize that. And I'm not going to ask anyone to be under the misapprehension that I'm being completely objective, because I'm absolutely not. But it doesn't change the fact that I like this game and that I do find it a lot of fun, and that I am really interested in seeing what other crazy stuff is going to be available as you keep on going down the path. So check it out. All the stuff is in the description, and I will catch you on another one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.